What's up, guys? So I want to do a video about my hair journey. I think it's fun watching these on YouTube, so I thought I'd make one too because I have about 10 years of experience with my hair. I'm gonna go through hair products, my bleaching process, and brands, like anything about hair. I got really inspired lately by the show Tabitha Salon Takeover. It's an early 2000s reality TV show. It's like home makeover meets like bar rescue. Tabitha, she's an Australian woman that has a salon in New Jersey, and she goes to different salons that are struggling financially and just business wise, and yeah, tells them how to clean up their act, clean up the physical area. And also I love that the show does like a home makeover part where they redo the entire salon, give them new products and new merch, everything. It's so amazing. I love it, and it's such an inspiring show. I think Tabitha is such a talented artist. She gives really great advice too. She's a life coach now, so it kind of makes sense. Like, you watch the show, you can see that she's a natural life coach and helps a lot of people. And just, yeah, it's just like a really heartwarming show. I love it, and it involves hair cutting and all things hair. I swear, if I wasn't a tattoo artist, I literally would be a hairstylist. And I love all things hair and haircuts and styles. All the whole process is so interesting to me. I think that's why I got so into doing my own hair at such a young age, because let me give a little bit of a backstory about my hair journey. I wasn't allowed to touch my hair, cut it, color it at all. It was against like my mom's rules. I always never understood the concept of not being able to touch my own hair, but I knew I just had to wait till I was 18 legally and just be able to do whatever I want. And as a kid, I would look at television and movies and just vicariously live through these actors and people that I wanted to look like, and a lot of them were blondes. I remember early memory of loving Cinderella and how beautiful and light her hair was, and I always wanted that. But as a young kid, I never thought as a brunette I would be able to achieve such a light color. But lo and behold, I did. At 18, I was just started my research really young on YouTube, and researched and watched so many videos about people dyeing their hair and like brunettes going to blonde. So I knew it was somewhat possible. I just had to find out a way to do it with the least damage, because that's where it all starts. When you're beginning, you don't know what you're doing, and you're kind of just trying to observe videos and absorb knowledge and try to apply it, and sometimes it doesn't come out the way you want it to. With trial and error and multiple experiences, you're able to achieve the haircut and the hair color you desire just by learning from your mistakes and constant research. So yeah, so let's get started. I'll go ahead and talk about my journey, and I'll throw up some pictures that reference that time period. And yeah, I try to document my hair styles throughout my early 20s, starting at 18 and up. So I think I have a lot of the photos from that time, so I'll be able to put them in. And yeah, so thank you to Tabitha Coffee for literally inspiring this video and literally inspiring me. And she is a lesbian, proud lesbian, and I live. Literally my inspiration. Okay, enough of rambling about how much I love Tabitha. Let's get started. So 17 years old. I was a senior in high school, and I about had it with being so strict about not having anything done to my hair. So I had a friend who would color her hair a lot in high school, and she was a scene queen. In my eyes, I think she was. She had the scene hair, scene haircut. I looked up to these girls in high school, and so I had this girl come over one day at my older sister's house, and she did pink streaks in my hair. They were like, I had all black hair and I had hot pink streaks, so she just helped me bleach. Just simple streaks, wasn't hard to do. It went to a golden blonde. It didn't go super blonde like this, but it went enough where the hot pink could penetrate the blonde streaks and make it vibrant. So I did that. I went home, tried to hide it, got caught. My mom was like, you're dyeing your hair back to black. So I had to. But I do have one photo that I have of that moment, and I knew that was feeding the itch of hair color, and I was living my best life. And at 18 years old, I've been waiting for this moment. I was like, what is the one hair color I want to have so badly? And the main reference from this was Pixie Asia from LA Ink. She was the shop manager and a big star in the show, I think. She was so eccentric and had like really beautiful tattoos and hair colors. And I just love that she had like black and pink. Like my favorite combo is hot pink and black. And I think at one point she did half pink, half black. And I thought that was so cool, but I was like, I want all pink, like all pink, hot pink. So I bleached my hair for the first time, and it went to a golden brownish. I did foils. It was such a mess. I should have never done foils, but I thought that's what hairdressers do. It's impossible to do foils on your own head and make them clean and neat at all. Like, you just need someone to assist you to like fold it. It's just the whole thing. So I was doing the whole bleaching and then scrunching up the foils. It's like literally the #1 rule when you're using foils is not to scrunch up your hair because it doesn't penetrate evenly through. So I had blotchiness everywhere, but it went to a blonde. It went enough where I put hot pink hair color and it penetrated and gave me really hot pink hair. And I had that for a while. I feel like it didn't suit my skin color. Like, it was just so magenta and hot pink that it kind of just didn't match really well. I don't like hot pink on myself. And then in my early 20s, I started experimenting with baby bangs. If you see me messing with my hair, I have like a hair stem. I just do that a lot, and it's just so you know. I have hair stems. So early 20s, I wanted to experiment with baby bangs, like right here, short, and I got inspired by Hayley Williams. You will see a correlation throughout this whole entire hair journey that women in music are big inspirations for my hair colors and my haircuts and hair changes. I literally am obsessed with music, and the women in music that I love, like, they kind of like take over my life. They kind of, yeah. So you'll see the correlation. So Hayley Williams, when I seen baby bangs and seen how cute they look on her, I knew I had to have them. And I went for it. I went straight the baby bangs, as baby as you can get. And I would have like little pigtails. I did some hair colors, did orange, I did red. Yeah, I kind of played around. Hayley was such a big inspiration. Yeah, I used to draw her in the beginning of my art journey all the time. I was really, really inspired by Hayley. In my mid-20s, I got inspired by the singer Pink. I love Pink. That's a Thor reference. But yeah, I love Pink. I think she came out with, I forgot what music video. Anyways, like the little faux hawk that she has, so freaking cute. I think at one point she had like a little bow on the side of her faux hawk. It's baby pink. The way that she curled it, or just in general, I was like, I want to go shorter. I'm like done with playing with the bangs. I want a drastic change. So I still had like a mid-length hair, and I was like, let's cut this all off. Let's start this. Like, if I'm gonna go hard in this hair journey, I'm gonna go hard. I want to experiment with everything. I want to not regret being older and being like, oh, I wish I would have just done something fun with my hair when I was younger. No, we're not doing that. I want to experiment. I had so much time to think about this, so did a lot of research figuring out how to cut your hair short without looking like, you know, really crazy. So I learned how to use clippers and cut my hair one day into a mohawk. I got the top, shaved the sides, and literally had a mohawk. I wanted a mohawk so bad, and I knew the mohawk would turn into a faux hawk because I can let it grow out a little bit and like play with textures and colors. And then I knew from the faux hawk to the mohawk it would turn into a straight, like, I'm over this, let's do buzz. Once again, I'm inspired by women of rock and roll. The riot girl movement of the 90s, a lot of the girls had like shaved heads. They were like the feminist movement. Sinead O'Connor, Annie Lennox, these women were such a big part of me wanting to cut my hair short, and I was listening to their music and I was just like living for that whole vibe, and I went for it, and boy did that feel good. I love having a buzz cut. It's so empowering to not have your hair and just be authentically you, of just like not hiding anything and like out in the open. And then being a woman, the traditional feminine look, just to live in that truth. Yeah, this was before I was queer, like known, like out. I was still in the closet, girl. That closet is made out of glass, girl. That buzz cut did it, girl. So it was just like, I always knew, but I was just like, I'm just living a fun moment. I don't need to say anything, just let it speak for itself. And yeah, I got the buzz cut, and then I started letting it grow out because I was like, I didn't keep up with the buzz cut. That's the thing too. I just did the once and then let it grow out and into a little pixie, and then let it grow out. And I would have to do different, like, I would have to cut the back because the back would grow out first, and it started looking like a mullet, and I was like, okay, let's grow this hair out. Then I think I had it about here. I had found out online that Sia was gonna be at The Voice performing her Christmas album, and the tickets were free, and I was like, Sia's gonna be there? I have to go. So me and my sister went, but the day before, I think, or a couple days before, I decided to dye my hair red and green and do the look from her album cover, because I was like, this is my only chance to meet Sia or even see her, or like just get the word out that she has a #1 fan here. There's my tattoo of Sia, or her drawing of herself that she has done in like a hotel book, and I got it tattooed on myself because it is like the perfect representation of Sia. She's giving out a little heart, and I feel like she does that with her music. See, I'm such a fan. Who is irritating me? So I knew that red and green were the hardest color to get out of your hair, so I was like, I don't care, let's do it. I want Sia's attention, and I got it, and I met her, and she took a picture of me and put it on her Instagram. The best day of my motherfucking life, like meeting Sia and like her seeing my hair, and then her hairstylist and her manager were there, and they see me and they took a picture, and I was just, I was so happy. Like, doing my hair for that, it was worth it. I was like, dream come true, because I don't know if I could ever meet her nowadays. She's like super private, but I paid for that after, because I was not gonna have Christmas hair every single day for the rest of the year. So I tried to dye it, and those colors would not come out. The red is fine. Red is a good undertone to put brown on top. Green, on the other hand, is the opposite spectrum of that. And I basically fried my hair where I had to give myself a buzz cut again. So I was like, damn, all that work, and now I'm back to square one. I'm approaching COVID. This was COVID, and I had my hair, I think about here. It grew out from that buzz cut, and back again at square one, like little bob. And then I was bored during COVID, and COVID, this was the birth of the mullet. I was waiting for this moment in my whole life. I was like always telling myself, I need to give myself a mullet. I want to look like the band members of Motley Crue. I want to look like the Runaways, Cherie Curry, Joan Jett. I need to look like this. And I was so scared because I felt like the mullet was so, not outdated, but like no one had it. Like, it's not popular, and during COVID it suddenly got popular, and I was like, this is my moment. Like, I need to do it. And the woman of rock and roll music, who inspired me was Miley Cyrus. She came out with her Plastic Hearts album, and she had a mullet that was blonde, and it was so cute. And that mullet, like, I love it. I think I would go back to a shaggy mullet like that, probably in the future. Like if I ever got bored of having long blonde hair, I'd go short and do a whole like 70s moment again, because it looked so good with a lot of outfits that I wore. And it just, I was feeling that like 70s, the Runaways, Cherie Curry vibe. And yeah, I love the Runaways ever since I was in high school. So to live that out in my late 20s, 27, 28-year-old years, I was so happy. Because then I was like also like was looking like Miley, and it was a great time. I was living my best life. And now I'm approaching my early 30s. I let the mullet grow out. The mullet is so different layers, so I knew I wanted to do just one layer of hair. The only way to do that is to cut the hair all into one length. So I went bob and continuously letting my bangs grow out, and the bob was kind of awkward, so in the process I would like flip it out, and it looked like a Dixie Chicks, the singer Marty. Love that haircut. And I remember being 10 years old, being obsessed with the Dixie Chicks and Marty having her hair flipped out like that. And I remember seeing a lot of girls in the 90s have their hair flipped out like that, like rocker girls or like music girlies. And I knew that was like on the bucket list of hair cuts I wanted to do too. So I'm glad I got that one out of the way. And yeah, so after that whole little flip, letting that grow out, I just didn't do anything to my hair. Once I did the one length, I was like, that's it, I'm gonna let it grow out, because I've always wanted to achieve long straight blonde hair. And boy, was that a journey, because like I had to like be really meticulous about not coloring my hair or cutting it. I just have to be strict about myself of doing that, because sometimes I get in like little, especially when your hair is mid-length and it's such at an awkward stage, you have to not touch it and just let it do its thing, and it'll grow out like nicer. So this is, I think, about 3 years in the making. I got inspired by Pamela Anderson and Heavily Taylor Momsen. She is rock and roll girly as well, but I knew during COVID I put in extensions before I had to give myself a mullet. I'll put some photos, and I love the way it looked. It was all one length blonde hair, and it just looked so nice on my face, of like the framing of my face. And I knew that that was the next goal of my hair journey, is to just do straight blonde, long blonde hair. And yeah, so let me talk about my hair color stuff that I use. I do my own hair, so I don't have anyone help me. I just get a mirror, I like tape it on the door, whatever, and then I have a mirror in the back of me, and I work meticulously and make sure I don't like go over the blonde already bits. I use 40 volume peroxide and blue colored powder bleach. I'll go ahead and put like the items on the screen so you guys can get an idea of what I use. I try to stick with the same name brands every time I do it, just so I'm not experimenting with other brands that might be different from what I usually use. I just do my roots. It takes about 2 times over to get them this blonde color. At first they'll be yellowish, yellow orangish, and I do it the second time and it goes to this platinum blonde. I don't use any toners, but I like to go for a yellow blonde. So when I bleach my hair twice, it naturally goes to this color, and I don't want to take out any of the yellow. I think it complements my skin tone a lot better. I used to use a toner when I would go blonde, and it'd make my hair purplish and more cool toned, and my skin color does not look good with that. It kind of makes it look like gaunt and like dead. So yeah, I feel like the yellow kind of brings out the oranges and the on the same color wheel of yellows and goldens and browns and tan. Looks like accentuates it, I think, more, gives myself more life. So yeah, I'm lucky that I don't have to do toner, so it does less damage on my hair. So I just do the bleach and that's it. I use Aussie's 1 Minute Miracle, 3 Minute Miracle, sorry, 3 Minute Miracle Aussie conditioner. And yeah, 3 minutes, you leave it on and then you wash it out. It gives a great condition to my hair. I have a oil I like to rub through my hair before I blow dry it, and it's called Chi, and it's pretty expensive, but it's worth it. It gives your hair smooth finish and shininess, and it just helps with the blow drying process, especially because I already have, like, it's pretty damaged, probably more of the inside of my hair, like behind here where the heat is. I feel like it's harder to keep that healthy. Like even right now I'm like having a hard time brushing my hand through it. But the front parts, like these and the front, is more softer because it's like less damaged, so I'm able to run my hands through it. But definitely back here, or also this area of the head, the back of your head is like a hot spot as well, where it's gonna be damaged. So I try to condition that and then condition the back a lot. So, and then put the oils on it before I blow dry. And blow drying does damage your hair, but I don't like sleeping with a wet head. Or I also like straightening my hair before bed or before anything. I don't let it air dry. I kind of let it air dry. It will air dry, but it just takes a long time. So I feel like the blow dryer kind of gives you a nice straighten blowout, and it's easier to manage to straighten really quickly. And yeah, so I'm not scared to use heat tools. I honestly don't care if my hair gets like damaged, as long as I can run my fingers through it. That's okay with me. If you get split ends, it doesn't bother me that much. I can cut my hair, but yeah, even now I could see split ends, but it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. Yeah, I think that's it. And I use any kind of clarifying hair shampoo. I know there's like people saying there's only certain hair color shampoos you're supposed to use. I don't into that. I don't really care, as long as I want it to smell good and I want it to be super soapy and like bubbly. I hate the most is when you get shampoo and you have to squirt the entire entire bottle in your hand in order for it to get foamy. What's the point? What are we doing here? That is not, no. I want it to feel clean. I want it to be super soapy and just get through every strand of hair. I like my hair clean, so yeah. And I also, I think, note that a big help in not damaging your hair is when you're blow drying it, to not hack at it. I know a lot of girls and people I see, they just use the brush and just go through the hair without, like, I feel like hair, especially like blonde damaged hair, is so sensitive that I don't use any brushes when I blow dry my hair. I just use my hand. So I just use my hand to like go like that, just blow dry it. And I think it's a good testament to see how hot the blow dryer is on your hand. If your hand can't stand the blow dryer on it for that long, your hair shouldn't either. So I think that's a good like kind of scale to see how hot it's sitting in one place, especially hot air and concentrated hot air. So I let it I try to just frequently move my hair without using a brush and use my fingers, and I feel like that helps a lot because it's like air drying it and it's not tugging at it. I feel like people tug their hair, it just breaks a lot and just it's not soft. If you can run your fingers through your blow dried hair while it's drying, I feel like that's a good sign of, you know, not damage. I think that helped me a lot because I was like trying to eliminate factors throughout this whole entire hair journey of like, why isn't my hair soft even when it's blonde? And I noticed like things like conditioner, hair brushes, and like even the less use of hair brushes as much as you can helps a lot because it's not hacking at your hair. And the way even the motion of like the technique of using a hairbrush is so important, because yeah, hair is so sensitive, it's so vulnerable, especially I hate when people use brushes when their hair is wet. Like, even when I part my hair and try to like let it air dry or start the hair drying process, I brush my hair so soft, and I could use my hand, I try to, so I just use a brush, but I go so slow, just every single knot out. Don't hack at your hair, because wet hair is so freaking vulnerable. Like, can damage it so badly just before it even hits the pavement of a hot tool. You can just damage your hair by just hacking at it with a brush. So that's the tip I give y'all. That's the one to keep, is just be careful of how you use your brush on your hair, and try to use your hands more. Yeah, I think that helps. As for hot tools, I don't really care how high the temperature goes. I could feel it when I'm curling my hair, like, or you know, as I'm straightening it, I could feel how hot it is. Cause I put my hand to touch my hair as it's going through a hot tool. So kind of, you know, use that whole reference of using your hand to see how hot it is. If your hand can't take it, your hair can't take it. So that's a big one. But yeah, throughout the hair care journey, I think cutting your hair throughout each process of, like, you know, if you want it super long, just cut, do the whole 2 ponytails, one on the top of your head, no, one on the bottom like this, and I think the one on top. Any kind of self-cut haircut you could do on yourself, like just a trim, that'll help a lot, because cutting out the dead ends and just letting it, you know, kind of go through the process. But for me, I have not touched my hair, I think, in a year, like cutting wise, because I'm just letting it, like, just, I don't want to touch it. I'm so scared, like it going like even this short. Like, I just want it to keep going. My big inspiration, at least when I hit my early 40s, I want to look like Demi Moore, but a blonde version. So Demi Moore, Taylor Momsen, Pamela Anderson, those are my girls, and I want to look like them. So also, like, recently, Carrie Bradshaw, I really like her hair lately in like the new Sex and the City shows. Okay, but yeah, oh, as for hair colors, I like to use Manic Panic. Arctic Fox is pretty good. I just used it once, but mostly Manic Panic. She is my go-to girl. The colors are so pretty, they're vibrant. Oh, just another big tip: use hair cutting scissors. Don't use kitchen scissors. Don't use hardware scissors. House scissors. No. Using scissors like that with dull blades will literally give you split ends before, like, you even do any hot tools to it. Avoid it. It will damage your hair. I know. I learned that from watching like videos on YouTube too. It's like hair cutting scissors helps a lot to just keep your hair healthy. What else? I'm trying to give you guys all the secrets, because I am not a gatekeeper. I love sharing my knowledge with people, and especially with, you know, knowing that, like, I usually got all this knowledge from YouTube because people were so nice to, like, share their input and experiences. So I literally want to do that, because it could literally be this brunette and go this blonde. Also, my hair texture is wavy straight, so I do have a wave to it when it was fully brown, and I didn't do any hair things to it. So yeah, so wavy, straight hair, and it's thick, so I have a lot of hair. I'm gonna give you guys like a full. So yeah, I have a lot of hair. So it does take a long time to do all my roots, but I mean, with this result, it's worth it. Gorgina. So yeah, I would suggest, like, when you do start doing your own hair, just to be patient and just like do the research. Also be mindful of your own hair texture. You know, my hair is not gonna be everybody's hair. Just because I could, like, you know, get this with 2 passes doesn't mean you could just, you can even probably get it with 1. That would be cool. Just even if it's 3, just be mindful, take care of your hair, and just also take in the fact that you are using chemicals and really potent stuff. Like, you can give yourself health scares, or like health, any kind of, like, yeah, I just want to have a warning about, like, using those chemicals. Use gloves. I've seen girls on YouTube not use gloves. That stuff can, like, go inside your cuticle and your fingers. Like, it could damage you. You can have a cut like this. Sorry if you guys been seeing that, but you can have a cut, and, like, bleach going inside that. Like, I don't know what that does to you, and I'd get so scared of, you know, just, bleach is not something you mess with, because you can literally get, like, sick, or probably do something really bad with your skin with bleach, because it's, like, not for human consumption and all that stuff. So just be careful. And also the vapors, you guys have to be mindful just to have a fan on, or moving air, because you don't want to be smelling that stuff in an enclosed space. Because another thing, you can probably do something to your lungs, or do something to your body that might not be, I don't know if it's irreversible, I don't know, that's just scary. So just make sure you guys have that in mind. I know kids like to do their hair and stuff, just go on YouTube and just, you know, film themselves, but just be careful, because, like, I don't know, you can get sick and stuff, and that's scary. I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, or, I don't know, comments or anything like that, feel free to leave them down below. More than happy to talk about other hair stuff with you guys. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. Hope it was fun. Show you guys, like, a little insight of, like, how much I love hair and, like, all that stuff. And I hope I didn't forget anything. I don't want to leave anything out. Okay. Have a good night, guys. Bye.